Welcome to the New Year New Start Empowerment Conference. I am Marlene, the content creator for Marlene Motivates, and let's start with the best life crew song.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hi, everybody. It's Marlene, and I am the content creator for Marlene Motivates. On this channel, I talk about inspiration, motivation, positivity, and life lessons. I have to thank you all so much for everybody who participated in this New Year, New Start conference today. We started with Be Amazing Sylvia at 10 a.m. And then we went to Pandy's Hair Candy and more. Then we went to Coach Mary Ma. Then we went to Boss Life Online. Then we went to Coach Mary Ma, and we just came from I Am Tracy Lee. Every single one of these ladies had something inspirational, positive, inspiring. There was so many nuggets. There were so many gems. There was so much that was needed from each and every one of them, no matter what it is that they have been through, and no matter what it is that you are going through in your life. I am so grateful that I allowed God to use me. I'm going to start off with that. I'm so grateful that God allowed me to be chosen for this. See, I'm speaking to somebody while I say that. God tells you to do something. He's telling you what to do. But I was saying, "Oh, but God, but I have a shy voice. Oh, but God, I don't know what to say, but God, but God, but God." And he's telling you, just be obedient. See, just in the obedience is where we allow ourselves to be a testimony, and we can be used. Either he'll give you the words, he'll give you the right words, he'll give you the right people, but you just go out and be faithful. You go out and be loyal. You go out and be strong and declare what he has to say over you. So thank you, everybody who is here in the chat. I'm not ignoring any comments, but I want to get right into this. Today's topic is going to be, I will do what it takes. And when I was going through trying to decide what I wanted to talk about, see, most of the time for us as women, even as men, we always say that we're going to do something and then we fail to launch. The failure to launch is the reason why you're not achieving your success. But we're not going to go back and say, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. No, this is a new year and it is your opportunity to have a new start. Yes, I speak it and I declare it over you and I declare it over your life. Whatever happened to you yesterday, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, everybody who hurt you, every pain that you have experienced in your life, every time somebody told you no, anytime somebody talked about you and said you were nobody when you are somebody, when someone didn't speak about your worth, when someone didn't love you the way that you deserve, today I'm speaking and I'm declaring over your life, those were lies. See, but in today, we're going to walk in our power. Today, we're going to walk in our worth. Yes, today, we're going to hold our head up because we know who we are. Yes, we do. We know who we are when we know who we belong to. We know who we are and we know who we belong to. See, we're not the sort that we believe every lie that society tells us. See, you're always too much of something. You're too ugly. you're too your skin is either too, or you don't look this way, or your clothes should look like this, or you should do what somebody else do. No, today I speak over your life and I say, I want you today to be new, to be brand new, to look at yourself in the mirror. Yes, says the Lord, and look at yourself and say, yes. Yes, I am somebody. Yes, I can use my talent. Yes, I don't need to use anybody's talent. Yes, I speak it over my life and I declare it, and I will use every talent that God has given me. Yes, I will use it. See, this is a new year and a new start. And this title, I will do what it takes. See, we're going to start right there. We're going to start right off with a bang. We are going to take ownership and accountability over our life. I will take ownership and accountability over my life. Point number one. I will take ownership and accountability over my life. See, any traumas that you experienced in the past, any drama that people try to bring to you every time when you thought you were nobody, no, we're leaving all of that in the past because today is a new year and what? And a new start. Yes, says the Lord, a new start. See, we're not going to talk about what you should have done, what you could have done, who failed you, all the pain, all the hurt. Today, we're stepping into our present and we're speaking over our life. Today, I am going to be what God has already seen in me. Today, I'm going to speak over what God has for me. And I want the same for you. I'm going to speak over what God has for me. See, we're not going to try to stop trying to look to the left and see what your neighbor, your mama, your auntie, your cousin, what other people are doing on YouTube. Cast that aside, push it far away from you and tune in and focus on you. You're going to tune in. We're tuning in this year and we're tuning out the negative. We're tuning out the drama. We're tuning out all of the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And today on your new year, on your new start, today I'm going to declare and use the talent that I have been given because what? We know our worth. Yes, today I'm speaking to you, anybody who is in fear. You're fearful of what happened in the past and when you should have done things. Today we're speaking and we're declaring and we're moving forward. See, today I want on your new year, new start. When you say I will do what it takes, it means I'm going to take ownership of what I can do. See, most of the time we're worried about what we can't do. See, my brothers and my sisters, I want you to focus. See, we got to get more focused and narrow in on what we can do. See, if you only focus in on what you can't do, what is going to happen to you? You're going to be discouraged. You're going to be sad. And what are you going to do? You're going to give up. See, and I don't want you to give up. See, and God doesn't want you to give up. See, but other people out there, they love it when you give up. The devil loves it. All of the haters, people who say you can't do stuff, people on the job, even sometimes your bank account may say that you can't do it. But shout it from the rooftops, write it down, read it in your word that I can do anything. That I can do anything. And I'm going to say it again, that I can do anything because I believe it. See, we're not the sort that we would just walk and go by what we hear from other people. No, today we're minding our own business and we're staying in our lane and we're manifesting right from here. And what is here? And we're downloading it. And then we're walking in a manifestation of our worth. And I say, yes, today I'm walking in the manifestation of the worth because I know I am somebody. I'm not who I used to be. I'm not who I used to be. Amen, amen, amen. I'm not who I used to be, and be proud of that. So let's jump right into this. I'm not ignoring any of your comments, guys. I'm going to get back to all of it. So this topic, I will do what it takes. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to go right into this. I'm going to do what it takes. Number one, to get healthy. Now, I know this is a touchy subject. This is a subject where we walk on eggshells and we're afraid. But God told me to speak this. He told me for us to look into our health. See, what can you do in your life if your health is not up to par? See, we got to look at ourselves. Have you gone and got your checkups? Do you know what really is going on with your health? Do you really know? See, most of the time we don't want to know because we're afraid to know what it could be. It could be a health problem, it could be certain issues, but you got to know what's going on with you so that you can move forward in your life. You can't move forward in your life if you don't know what's going on with you. Because remember what we're going to do. I will do what it takes. So that means sometimes being afraid and being scared. You may not like going to the doctor, but you're going to do what it takes because you love yourself. I will do what it takes, and you're going to do what it takes to get healthy. Now, here are some of the big things that we can do to get healthy. I'm going to exercise. And I don't mean it has to be you joining a gym. That's not the exercise. Exercise can be so many things, that physical exercise. It could be you just walking 15 minutes a day in place. See, you're doing what it takes. You're moving past when you're tired, when you want to go to bed, when you want to watch a program. See, you're willing to do what it takes because you're going to get healthy. Okay. Number two, it means portion control. Can't have you can't join the clean plate club every single time and think I got to finish everything on this plate. Portion control. They say that a portion is the size of your fist. So should you be eating more than this? No. See, we're thinking about things. See, we're using our intelligence. We're gaining wisdom. We're gaining understanding. See, we want to be healthy. We want to be better. And we can't be better if our health is not showing up for us to be able to move forward and use the talents that we have. So God told me to speak and say, tell your people to get healthy. Exercise, portion control, and even sometimes that means meal prep. Making your meals in advance so you don't have to try to go through drive-through. Yeah, I know it's not easy. I know you don't want to wake up and make those meals and put it in containers. But what did we say? I am willing to do what it takes for me. And I want you to say that over your life. I'm willing to do what it takes for me. That means you're willing to make sacrifices. You're willing to meet the challenges. You're willing to try. No matter how many times you fall down, I will get up. And then you give yourself the permission. I forgive you when you don't do right. I forgive you. All right. So we're going to get healthy in this 2023. And we're going to do what it takes to maintain our health so that we can be a better version of ourselves. New year, new start. To get healthy, exercise, portion control, meal prep. Okay, let's get it. Let's get into point number 2. This is a big one for so many people. I will do what it takes to create generational wealth. Now you're saying, Marlene, what does that mean? Generational wealth means even if you didn't have it growing up, it means you're going to shift the trajectory of your family's wealth, of your family's finances. Don't say because my mama was poor or I've always been poor or I don't have much means. It's not about how much you have. It's what you do with what you have. I'll say it again. It's about what you do with what you have. So in creating generational wealth, here comes some big things that I know some people don't want to hear. It means budgeting, eliminating unnecessary debt, going and getting insurance policies, life insurance, having a will and a trust, knowing how much is in your 401k, getting a Roth IRA. I know all these terms that may seem, what is she talking about? But do some research. See, we're going to increase our knowledge. It's about getting and doing whatever it takes. And sometimes that means maybe not understanding, but then pausing, getting a pen and a paper, writing it down. I'm going to create generational wealth for my family. I am going to get healthier. I am going to do this because I will do what it takes. It's not easy, but it's possible. Also, here is a big one in creating generational wealth. It means that I am going to save at least 1 year of salary. 1 year. And why I'm saying this to you is because it's important. You never know when you're going to fall on hard times. You never know when your health may fail you. You never know when the economy will shift into a downward spiral. See, knowledge, power, wisdom, understanding, preparation, all of this is key. Even if you're okay right now, plan for your future. Set things in motion. See, God blesses the effort. God blesses the in the trying, in your back, in the backstage when nobody else knows that you're grinding and hustling for your future. Okay? Point number 3, I will do what it takes. We are going to speak this over our life and declare it. I am going to learn to eat to live and not live to eat. Whew. When I even was writing this down, I hurt my own feelings. Most of the time we look at food. Food can be, oh, it's our comfort. Whether you're having a bad day, a good day, we use that food to fill a void. We eat to be busy. We eat because we're upset. We eat because of X, Y, and Z. But no, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to eat because we need to eat, and we're going to eat to live. So that means healthy. We're going to pay attention, look at ingredients. And before you put that food to your mouth, is this healthy? Is this good for me? Is this going to make me have more brain power? Am I using the wisdom of researching what are my starches? What are my carbohydrates? Am I doing complex carbohydrates? See, I know all this is a lot of information, and I know this is information overload for all of you, but I'm speaking it because this word has come to me. See, we're not just going to talk about the surface things, we're going in deep, and we're going to learn to eat to live, because we want to live. We want to be around. You want to be there for your children or your family or your spouse, or to do this various things in your life that you want to do. And how can we do it if we're not healthy? See, all of this. New year, new start. Point number 4, we're going to work on our time management. Now, this is a huge thing, because your life is only going to go certain places if we waste our time. See, we can't waste our time. We each get 24 hours of every day, each of us. Nobody gets more, nobody gets less. But what are you going to do with the 24 hours that you have been given? Are you planning it? You should plan from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Don't waste your time away. Use the time that you have. Every single moment is precious. What are you willing to do with the time that you have? Use it. Use it in a wise way. Make appointments. Try new things. Go to your business meetings. Gain knowledge. Gain wisdom. Because when you gain that wisdom, then you can use it and gain understanding. So get into time management. See, you don't want anybody to waste your time. So why should you waste yours? See, we have to think about ourselves. My time is precious. Your time is precious. See, we're working on things, and we're going to root out those deeply entrenched things about being late. We're going to show up on time. We're going to show up ready. And when we show up, we're going to look good. See, I'm speaking to all the ladies and all the males. When we show up, we're going to look good. We're not just going to show up and just throw on anything. When you show up, you got to remember who you're showing up in front of. You got to know who you represent. Who do I represent? Show who you are, show who you belong to. Let's get it. Let's get into the next point. The next point is I will do what it takes in, here is the big one, heavy hitter, procrastination, excuses, and laziness. I will do what it takes to guard myself from procrastination, excuses, and laziness. Now, this one was a heavy hitter, and I'll speak to my own self, my own life, my own testimony. See, I used to be an avid procrastinator. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it in an hour, and I never get to it. See, the whole thing is I procrastinate because I don't believe that I can do it. Now, who am I speaking to? Put one in the chat. I procrastinate because I am fearful. Who am I talking to? Put one in the chat. I procrastinate because what if I gain the success? Oh, see, that one took me out. See, what if you believed that you can actually do something? See, we speak about that all the time. I can do it. I'm worthy. I'm faithful. I'm loyal. I'm strong enough. I'm courageous enough. But are you courageous enough to step into using what you have and not dragging your feet? See, we have to stop dragging our feet and just be who we are and use who we are and stop sugarcoating and holding back and shuddering and looking at other people and comparing, oh, they're this and they're that and they can do this, but I can't. No. See, we're looking inside of ourselves, looking deep down into our heart. Even the wounds, see, we have to push past those wounds and we have to say, those wounds are healed. I speak it over my life. What I was is not who I am. That's who I was. But now I'm a woman who I'm in love with who I am. And put that in the chat. I am in love with who I am. I'm in love with who I am. And that means I can do great things. And that means I'm going to get up and I'm going to use my talent. Let God use you. Yes. Let God use you. And He can't use you when you're holding back. He can't use you when you're being lazy. He can't use you when you're not researching and trying new things and stepping out on faith and trying something new and do collaborations and learning to ask for help and learn to gain some knowledge for yourself instead of listening to what somebody else is telling you to do. What do you want to do? How do you want to be used? What is your purpose? How are you moving forward? We have to learn to use what we have. Now let me see what's going on in the chat. I see hundreds of comments. Thank you all so much for being here. Every single one of you. Thank you so much. Really, TT, Trina's Motivation, Miss Kim, Deborah's Journey, Be Amazing Sylvia, BJ's Good News, Joshua Gabriel, Melda, Coach Mary, I am Tracy Lee, Sure Shannon Show. Thank you all so much. If I miss anybody, it's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. Okay? Yes, we cannot have the spirit of laziness. See, blessings cannot come in the spirit of laziness. You can't. And I know you work hard. I know you're tired. But if you really want things, I'm talking to you one-on-one, as if you were right here in front of me. You cannot have things that you want if you keep staying in the spirit of laziness, if you keep staying with excuses, if you keep dragging your feet and procrastinating. Oh, I'm speaking to somebody. Yes, I declare it. Do what it takes. I will do what it takes. I will do what it takes. Okay. Now, it's not easy. When we say I will do what it takes, let me share a little bit about my past. I'm going to share a little bit about a testimony for myself. See, when I was 17 years old, 17, It was my junior year in high school. I can never forget it. I even remember what I was wearing. I had on a Nike shirt. It was a white shirt and the writing was black. And I had on the overalls. And back in the day, you used to have one of the overall hanging down, and you had one up. Who knows about that? Who's old enough? You had one down and one up because I thought I was so cool. And I was in the bathroom. And I'll tell y'all why I was in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom with a box cutter about to cut my throat. I had that box cutter right up to my throat, and I said, God, I have no purpose here. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. I don't want to be here anymore. So it's better if I just leave. Life will be so much better without me here. I'm tired of being a burden. I'm tired of being a burden to my family. I'm tired of nobody loving me. I'm tired. I'd rather to be in your loving arms than to struggle anymore. And right as I put the box cutter up to my throat, and I already had started cutting, you guys could see the scar here on my neck. I already had started cutting, and then someone bangs on the door. Someone bangs on the door and says, I have to go to the bathroom. That was God. Can't nobody tell me God is not real. I don't care what anybody has to say. At 17, God was telling me he had a purpose. He had a purpose for my life, that I needed to be here right now to encourage somebody and tell somebody my story. So whoever needs to hear it, whoever feels like they are rock bottom, whoever feels that there is no hope, I am here to testify that life can get better. Life can be better once you believe in yourself. Once you love yourself, never allow other people to make you feel small, to make you feel less than. You are not less than. You have a purpose. You have a reason to be here. I have a reason to be here, and I will testify that. I will declare it. I will shout it from the rooftops. I have a purpose of being here, and you have a purpose of being here. There's nobody that can't tell me that God didn't save my life on that day in 1997. In 1997, my parents would have got that I died in the bathroom in high school. And I think about that thing, and I ask God to forgive me because I didn't know who I was. I didn't receive my worth. I didn't believe and love in myself. So whoever has been there or whoever is there, hold your head up high. Never. See, I was letting other people define my worth because I was not receiving that I love you, the hugs, all of that from other people. I thought that meant that I was not loved. See, when I had to realize and learn that my love came from inside of me, that I was already chosen, that I already had a purpose. See, I had a purpose. See, you have a purpose. And that's why I wanted to do this empowerment conference. See, today I'm empowered. Yes, Lord, I thank you. Today I am empowered. Today I have a worth, and today I have a value. See, other people, they look at you and they don't know your back. See, that's just one thing. I haven't even told y'all the rest of it. That's just one time where I tried to take myself out of here. And every time God stopped it. Every time God stopped it, because I needed to be here to encourage somebody today, because I needed to testify and to tell somebody, hold your head up. Hold your head up. Know your worth. You are somebody. You can make it through. Even if nobody in your life believes in you, I'm here to tell you, you are, you are, you are somebody. You are. Yes, Lord. I thank you. And I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for being able to go 365 all the way back in a circle and look at who I was. And then today to look at who I am today. And even if nobody sees your purpose, even if nobody sees your worth, convince yourself. See, I had to learn that I'm speaking to you from experience. I had to know my worth. I had to find it. I had to find it for myself. See, even God can declare things, and He's always there for us to turn to. See, but I didn't turn to Him. See, I didn't believe in Him. I didn't think somebody as high up as God would see me, somebody so small. No, no. Don't believe the lies. So that's what the devil wants you to believe. He wants you to believe that you're nobody. When you don't have two nickels in the bank, when your bills are due, when people are talking about you behind your back, when they're stabbing you in the back, when they're putting you down, when you may have lost your job, when your health is not showing up the way that it should. See, people who pretend they're your friends and they stab you in the back. See, I'm speaking to all of you. Never let what's going on the outside affect who you are on the inside. Never forget who you are. Never forget who you belong to. Never forget that. I'm always going to testify about that. Now let's get into, this is the last point that I want to talk to you guys about. I will do what it takes to take care of me. And what does that mean? Taking care of me. See, we're all beings. We're all spiritual beings. We have our spiritual side. We have our emotional side. We have our mental side. We have our financial side. And we have to take care of all of the parts of us. See, and you have to convince yourself of that. See, what your journey looks like is going to be different from mine. See, and I ask for you to personalize it. I will do what it takes for me. Take it personal. In 2023, I will do what it takes for me to be okay. And that means going into my emotions and checking in. And I have to do those check-ins and say, Marlene, you okay? And sometimes you need to listen to that when it says, you're not okay today. Sometimes you need to slow down. Sometimes you're doing too much. Sometimes you need to take that day off of work and keep your butt in the bed. Who needs to hear that message? And keep your butt in the bed and get some sleep. And sometimes it could be taking care of your physical appearance. See, like my mom always said, don't throw yourself away. See, when you look good, you're going to feel good. Go do your personal care. Take care of your hair and your teeth and your skin and your eyes. Go to the gym. Love on yourself. That self-care. Do you hear me? That self-care is so important. And Pandy's Hair Candy and more talked about that self-care. You have to take care of you. And for me, taking care of myself is, I forget sometimes when I wake up to say thank you. Thank you for all that I am. Thank you for my past, because my past made me who I am today. It made me stronger. It made me more courageous. It made me be who I can be to sit in front of you and to talk to you right now. See, I would not have been here if I believed in the lie. I would not be here if I didn't get down on my knees and say, I don't know how. I don't know how, but you do. Show me the way. See, sometimes we don't even know the words to utter. We don't even know what to say. We don't even know what to say. See, and it's in those, say, just, you know, my heart. Sometimes we don't even know what to say. We don't even know what to ask for. But God knows. But God knows. Never leave that out. Okay? See, we got to think about our emotional side. And we got to learn to heal. Not just for others, because I'll tell y'all something. People make me mad. People make me so mad, and they say rude things and heartless things, and they backstab, and they have their drama, whether in real life and on YouTube and in the family and on the job. People drive me crazy. But you got to put it in its place. You got to put it in its place. I always say every time before I open my door to go in my house, whatever is happening on the outside, God, don't let me bring it inside with my family. I don't know who needs to hear that, but I learned that in therapy. Never let what's going on the outside bring it in and hurt the people that really love you. Never bring the outside, never bring that drama into your good relationships. Don't bring the outside, don't bring that drama and bring it down on your family. Don't take it out on them. They didn't do nothing to you. That's why you say, I release it and I give it back to you. Every time before I open that door, I don't even open my door. I put my hand on the door and say, God, I release everything before I open this door. I want to come in my home, nothing but love for the people inside this home. Yes, speak it over your family. See, it's too many people breaking apart families, taking it out on them, yelling at their family, and your family did nothing. So every time before you open that door, I release it and I give it back to you. I'm going to walk in my home with the spirit of love. Yes, I'm going to walk in here and love on these people, and I'm going to create memories, and I'm going to tell them how grateful I am for them and how much they matter to me. We have to stop tearing apart the people who love us, and the people who really do deserve it. We don't give it to them. Stop giving those things. No, 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 no. We're walking in our home. See, and we're healing our relationships, and we're loving on our family, and we're telling our family, I love you and you matter to me and I appreciate you and your support means so much. Heal, strengthen, love. Strong families, a strong world. If more people would focus on loving on their own family, it wouldn't be as many problems. I'm just saying, I'm just the messenger. So we also have to go into the mental side. See, sometimes, you know, I'm just going to say it. I'm not attacking nobody, but sometimes you may need some medication, because you're not okay up here. There's nothing wrong. If you need some medicine, take some medicine so that you can cope with it. If you need to pray, pray. If you need a vacation, take a vacation. If you need to get some exercise, get some exercise. Everything in its place. See, you have to learn how to take care of yourself. See, this message is for each and every one of us. We have to learn to take care of ourselves better. Why? Because you matter. Why? Because you're important. Why? Because you have something to do in this world. Yes, and you got to be willing to do what it takes. It's not going to come about easily. It won't. And I'm willing to do what it takes spiritually. So that means me not holding back my words. See, sometimes I get kind of hesitant about telling people that I love God, but I'm not holding back anymore to tell people I love God and that He saved my life and He mattered to me and He can save you too. And go to Him. Yes, don't be afraid to speak and declare about God. And take your time. Take your time to pray. Take your time to meditate. See, it's in the meditation where we get the answer. It's in the meditation where we get the answer. So you pray, but then you got to meditate also. Take some time in silence by yourself, and listen. See, God, please, this is what I want. This is what I need. And then take some time to say, God, I'm here to listen. And don't say anything. And let Him speak to you. Let the Spirit speak to you. See, most of us fail to do that. See, you got to be willing to do what it takes. We can't always just ask, I need. It has to be more than, it has to go deeper than just the surface. You can't always just be asking. Sometimes you have to say, God, what do you need from me? Please use me. And that's what this conference was for. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be obedient, but God told me be obedient, and I did. And look how you all have been blessed by all of these wonderful ladies in this empowerment conference. And I thank each and every one of you. Sylvia, Pandy, Coach Mary Ma, Boss Life Online. I am Tracy Lee. Yes, please, if you have missed any of them, please watch the replay. And this is the last point that I'm going to say to you guys before I get out of here. We have to do what it takes to get on the right track financially. See, I want to break all of those curses about saying you're poor. Stop speaking over your life that you're poor. Stop doing that. You can shift anything that you want in your life. If it's just finances, work on the little that you have and shift it upwardly. Give back and it will come right back to you. Yes, it will. Each and every one of you can always do whatever it takes. You can do what it takes, but it takes hard work. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to get on your knees, ask for the direction. Look at who your circle is of people. And last of all, into the action. Let God use you. Let God use you. And don't be afraid to let Him use you. Don't fear. Don't worry. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't fear. You can do what it takes. I can do what it takes. See, it's enough love out there for each of us. It's enough finances out there for each of us. But everything, the ball is in your court. Are you willing to do what it takes in order for you to have and to manifest everything that you want? That's the question. And it's up to each and every one of us to decide. Am I going to use my gifts or my talents, or am I going to just let them be dormant? Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you check the replay if you have not already. And anybody who is open, I have channel membership on this channel. I would love for you all to join my channel membership. Thank you all so much. Thank you to all the ladies. Thank you to everybody who's in the chat. Anybody who's watching with me on the replay, leave me a comment in the comment section below. What are you willing to do in 2023 to shift your life upward? See, it's all about elevation. See, on this channel, I talk about inspiration, motivation, and positivity. I can do it, and you can too. See, I made it, and you can make it too. And let's end with the song that was written by Boss Life Online. Thank you all so much. I made it, and you can make it too.
forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.